Welcome to the Food Preservation Series, a collaborative project between Little Priest Tribal College Extension and Nebraska Extension. My name is Cindy Bryson, Extension Educator in Food and Nutrition with the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Applesauce can be enjoyed at breakfast, lunch, dinner, as a dessert, and a snack. Preserving homemade applesauce is easy when following a few simple steps. When canning applesauce, select apples that are sweet, juicy, and crisp. For a tart flavor, add 1 to 2 pounds of tart apples to each 3 pounds of sweeter fruit. Use fresh apples that are not damaged or in poor condition. An average of 21 pounds of apples are needed per canner load for 7 quarts of applesauce. An average of 13.5 pounds are needed per canner load for 9 pints of applesauce. A bushel of apples weighs 48 pounds and yields 14 to 19 quarts of sauce, an average of 3 pounds per quart. When starting to make applesauce, start with clean hands, clean counters, and clean utensils. Wash your apples with cool running water. Peel and core your apples. Slice apples into water containing ascorbic acid or lemon juice to prevent browning. Drain your apples well. Place drained apple slices in an 8 to 10 quart pot. Add half of a cup of water. Stir occasionally to prevent burning. Heat until tender, which might be 5 to 20 minutes, depending upon the maturity and the variety of your apple. Press your apples through a sieve or food mill, or skip the pressing step if you prefer chunky style applesauce. You may also use a potato masher to break up larger pieces of apples. Sauce may be canned without sugar. If desired, add 1/8 cup sugar per quart of sauce. Taste and add more if preferred. Reheat sauce to boiling. Fill clean, hot jars with hot applesauce, leaving 1/2 inch headspace. Remove air bubbles and wipe jar rims. Adjust 2-piece lids and process. Applesauce is processed between 15 to 25 minutes, depending upon your elevation and the jar size. Follow current recommendations at food.unl.edu or the National Center for Home Food Preservation. Processing directions for canning applesauce in a boiling water canner and a dial or weighted gauge pressure canner are given on the National Center for Home Food Preservation site. When finished processing, turn off heat and remove lid. Allow jars to sit for 5 minutes, then remove jars, cool, check your seals, label, and date. Remove rings after 24 hours. Store sealed jars away from sunlight in a cool, dry place for up to 1 year. When making applesauce to freeze, the best applesauce is made with apples that are sweet, juicy, and crisp. If you like a tartar flavor in your applesauce, try adding 1 to 2 pounds of tart apples to each 3 pounds of sweeter apples. Simply wash, peel, core, and slice your apples. To prevent them from turning dark, you can put them in a solution of 1/2 cup of lemon juice per 1/2 gallon of water as you peel them. When you have enough apples prepared, drain them, then place in an 8 to 10 quart pot. Add 1/2 cup of water and stir occasionally to prevent them from burning. Heat them quickly and cook until the apples are tender, which is about 5 to 20 minutes, depending upon the maturity and the variety of your apples. For a smooth applesauce, press the cooked mixture through a sieve or food mill. You may also use a potato masher to break up the apples. If you like chunky style applesauce, you are ready to taste it. If desired, you can add 2 tablespoons of sugar per quart of sauce. Taste and add more if needed. You may also add spices like cinnamon at this time. When freezing applesauce, increase spices to twice the indicated amount as they lose flavor during freezing. Freezer bags are an easy and space-saving way to store applesauce in the freezer. Quart freezer bags work well as they hold a reasonable amount for a family to eat. When the applesauce is completely cooled, simply fill the bags and remove the air before sealing. Lay the bags flat on a cookie sheet to freeze. You can stack them on top of each other in the freezer once they are frozen. Applesauce can also be packed into freezer containers, leaving 1 inch of headspace for quart-sized containers. To use your applesauce once it's frozen, thaw in the refrigerator overnight. Applesauce can be frozen for up to 1 year at 0 degrees Fahrenheit. If you have questions on home food preservation methods, contact your local Nebraska Extension office or check online at food.unl.edu.